Rob, you're going to show off ThreatLocker's web control. This is a brand new service, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was just released at Zero Trust World a couple of months ago, so it is something new.
All right. What does it do?
So web control is about, as the name suggests, controlling access to the web. So basically blocking people, users, from going to websites that you may not want them to go to. So for example, we've got a malicious category. So we're going to block access to any known malicious websites. We've got a explicit content category. We've got gambling categories, that kind of stuff. Things that you don't necessarily want people to be able to go to on their work computers. But where this is slightly different to some other web control products or web filtering products that are out there is a lot of them would depend on DNS. So basically you redirect your DNS to whatever their service is, which fundamentally does not give the user a great user experience, because when something gets blocked, they'll just get a SSL redirect error and they don't really know why they were blocked and they've no means or mechanism to do anything about it. So for example, if I am going to
DraftKings.com, a popular one.
I am reliably assured that it is. So the beauty about this is, as you can see, there was a redirect, an automatic redirect took place, but we have a Chrome extension or an Edge extension in this case, which is redirecting us to here without any of that SSL redirect messing. We also tell the person the web URL they try to access, the policy that blocked it, so why you're being blocked from being accessed this website, but we're also going to give them a way or a mechanism or a means of requesting permission. So I want to go to DraftKings.
By the way, as a journalist, I have run into this before, and essentially, for journalistic reasons, you often have to see illicit sites, and that would be a legitimate reason often that you have to do this.
Sure, that's why you would need to access illicit sites, David.
That's why I would need to do that.
I believe you. So anyway, the user sends the request off and the administrator now can action that request. So I can see here that this user, Rob on demo desktop, has requested access to DraftKings.com.
Pending, I see.
Yes, because I haven't done anything with it yet. So I'm now basically just going to say, look, I want to allow this user access this website. So effectively we're equating an exception to the deny. So when I click on approve, what we've done is we've created a web control policy to allow DraftKings.com on this machine. The user will get a notification, a little pop-up here in a moment saying, hey, you're good to go. You can access DraftKings. And once the notification comes up, within 60 seconds, you will then be able to do your gamblezing. So it's a really smooth approval process, much like with application control and anything else. Something gets blocked, it gets requested, it gets evaluated by the administrator, it gets approved, and basically within 60 seconds the user will be able to go about their day and do what they want. One or two other things to mention very briefly. Obviously we do also have and this is quite cool, we've got a dashboard that basically shows you all of the things, all of the denies, what sites have been blocked, people have been blocked from accessing over whatever time frame you're interested in.
You can see if people are trying to get to something and maybe you do want to open things up.
You can absolutely see if people are trying to get to something, which is quite cool. So you've got statistics, you've got information. You can say to whoever this person is who tried to access this website so many times, that's a lot of times, 113 times. You might want to have a chat with that sort of person, say, hey, you're not going to be able to access it and I'm not going to allow you to access it. But we can also set up, and this is relevant to unprotected devices. So for example, I've got my phone here. Similarly, if I'm in the office, we don't want my phone to be able to go to websites that it shouldn't. So for that purpose, we do also have the option of using DNS. So as I said, our typical web control is all done via the agent, so there's no need to make any changes to DNS. But in certain circumstances, like for example, a phone Wi-Fi network, we might want to apply the same controls. So with this, we can actually point my Wi-Fi network's DNS to ThreatLocker's DNS and effectively apply the same controls to unmanaged devices that we can do to managed devices that are running our agent.
Awesome. Well, if you, our audience, are looking for some better web control, it's a common tool that pretty much most businesses need. You don't want your employees going where they shouldn't be going. Go check out what they're doing over there at ThreatLocker. Web address is pretty easy to find, ThreatLocker.com.